This lesson's on the response. What I want to talk about here quickly is the different, uh, not only percussion instruments, but surfaces that you may find yourself playing on. Now, in the description on the last video I made, I talked about having to take drum lessons for 2 years until my parents bought me a drum set. And that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what they did. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I'm kind of glad it went that way. They wanted to make sure I was going to be serious about it. I don't think they were real keen on how loud drums can be, so they were maybe hoping that it wouldn't take, but it took, and I've been making noise ever since. But anyway, today I want to talk about the different surfaces. Now, practicing. Oh, we just came back from a trip, so we have some luggage there and whatnot. But when you're practicing, I mentioned using different magazine covers. You would never want to use a really good magazine like Modern Drummer. And you don't want to use stuff that maybe your mom or your sister cherishes. But you can use things that come in the mail even. And I don't know if the phone will pick this up, but because each one is a different thickness, and some of them are even a different material, more like newspaper than hardback magazine cover, you'll get different pitches. Now, I don't know if you could hear that, and it would depend on your stick as well, but you do get some different sounds there. With pillows, it's the same way. I don't know if you can hear those, but there are some changes in the pitch there. I have a pair of sticks that are made just for practicing. They're not made to actually strike the drums with because they're metal and they're weighted. So as you practice with those, it's just getting you used to a heavier weight and building up your muscles, much like a batter in baseball would use weights on his bat. Now, this underneath here is an octapad. I'm sure you've seen one before. And it's got 8 pads, and it has a big selection in it. I'm not going to get into that tonight, because once I start doing that, I don't want to stop. But I do want to say, you can be pretty creative. And when you practice on a surface that is not very bouncy, like a real fat pillow, you're going to have to use your wrists more and learn to control the stick in that way. But when you play on a harder surface, then you've got to learn to control the stick, because all of a sudden there's a bounce. There's a repercussion, if you will. Let me make sure I covered everything I wanted to. Oh, yes, the electric pads and electric drum sets versus a real drum and a real cymbals and whatnot. Especially when you're beginning, and especially nowadays that the technology is available, it's fine to just get an electric drum set. The best thing is you can put headphones on with most of them. As you're looking at them, make sure you can apply headphones. You could probably even get wireless headphones now. And you can play, and nobody else in the house will be bothered. Well, maybe some will anyway, because all they're going to hear is a volume about that high on a rubber pad. It'll be louder than a pillow, it'll be louder than a magazine, but it is just a rubber surface. And with the door closed, or maybe out in the garage, it's not as loud as a drum set, that's for sure. Making sure I covered everything. Oh, and some electric drums are all rubber pads. Some are like a pantyhose. It sounds funny, but like spandex, like a material stretched over a rim. And that's even better, because it offers a better bounce or response or repercussion when you hit it. I've said enough for tonight. I hope that somebody is going to be enjoying these lessons, even if they just watch it once and find out that a lot of what I'm saying is already out there. You'll notice that I'm putting these in a playlist too, with people that are far much better than I am, talking about uh, drums and the technique and rudiments and all that kind of thing. But I'm going to have fun making these, and I wanted to do it while I can still play a little bit. I've been playing since I was 8 years old, and I've had a couple hurdles that I've overcome. I've played with professional bands, several professional bands, and was able to tour different countries and whatnot. But in 2012, I was in an accident where a pickup truck hit me from behind going 65, and I was on a small 49cc engine scooter going about 35 miles per hour. So since then, I've had all kinds of back issues and whatnot. For a while, my left side was temporarily paralyzed. So I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to even hold the stick again, but I learned to walk again. I learned to use my arms again, had a shoulder rotator cuff replaced, and I just do the best that I can. I can't always control my limbs as well as I used to, but I still have the knowledge, and I think it's enough to go ahead and do these lessons and share with somebody who might be interested. So take care, and hey, stick with it as you stick to it. Bye for now.